Ladies and gentlemen, fearless dreamers, bold spirits, thank you for being here today. I look around this room and I see something extraordinary. I see people who are ready to break free, ready to rise, ready to live the lives they were always meant to live. I see people who are tired of playing small, tired of letting fear hold them back, tired of waiting for the perfect moment to take control. And I'm here to tell you something that might just change everything. You were born to live boldly. You were born to crush fear. You were born to take control. And today we're going to make that happen. Let quote S start with a hard truth. Fear is a thief. It steals your dreams, your potential, your joy. It whispers lies in your ears like, you're not good enough, you'll fail, it's too risky, what will people think? And the more you listen to those lies, the smaller your life becomes. Fear keeps you in a box, a safe little box where nothing extraordinary ever happens. But I know something about you. I know you're not here to live in that box. I know you're here to break it wide open. I know you're here to live boldly. What does it mean to live boldly? It means waking up every day and choosing courage over comfort. It means facing your fears head on, even when your knees are shaking. It means taking control of your life, your choices, your actions, your future, instead of letting fear call the shots. Living boldly is about saying, I'm done hiding, I'm done waiting, I'm done letting fear win. It's about stepping into the arena of your life and fighting for the things that matter most to you. I want you to think about a time in your life when you let fear stop you. Maybe it was a dream you didn't chase because you were afraid of failing. Maybe it was a conversation you didn't have because you were scared of rejection. Maybe it was a risk you didn't take because you didn't know what was on the other side. We've all been there. I've been there. There was a time in my life when I let fear control me. I had a dream to start my own business, but I kept putting it off. I told myself I wasn't ready, that I didn't have enough experience, that I'd probably fail. Fear had me in a chokehold, and I was suffocating under the weight of my own excuses. But one day I decided I'd had enough. I decided I was going to live boldly. I decided I was going to crush fear and take control. And that decision changed everything. Let me tell you about someone who lived boldly, someone from the USA who refused to let fear dictate her life. Her name was Rosa Parks. In 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks did something that most people at the time wouldn't even dream of. She refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus to a white passenger. That simple act of defiance sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. But let's be real, Rosa Parks wasn't fearless. She was afraid. She knew the consequences of her actions could be severe arrest, violence, even death. But she also knew something more powerful than fear, her own worth. She knew she deserved better. She knew her community deserved better. So she crushed her fear, took control, and lived boldly. And because of her courage, the world changed. You might be thinking, that's an incredible story, but I'm no Rosa Parks. I'm just an ordinary person with ordinary fears. Let me stop you right there. You are not ordinary, you are a force. You are a warrior. You have the same courage inside you that Rosa Parks had the courage to stand up, to say no to fear, to take control of your life. The only difference is that you haven't fully tapped into it yet. But today we're going to change that. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is a natural part of being human. It's wired into us. It's our brain's way of keeping us safe. Back in the day, fear kept our ancestors alive by telling them to run from predators. But here's the thing, we're not running from lions anymore. The fears we face today, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, they're not life-threatening. They're just uncomfortable. And yet, we let them control us. We let them stop us from living the lives we were meant to live. Why? Because we've bought into the lie that fear is bigger than we are. But I'm here to tell you, fear is not bigger than you. You are bigger than fear. You were born to crush it. So how do you crush fear and take control? It starts with a mindset shift. You have to stop seeing fear as a stop sign and start seeing it as a green light. Fear isn't a signal to turn back. It's a signal to move forward. It's a sign that you're on the edge of something big, something bold, something life-changing. Think about it. Every time you've done something courageous, fear was there. When you asked for that promotion, when you moved to a new city, when you stood up for your fear was there, but you did it anyway. And you survived. Not only did you survive, you thrived. That's the power of living bold. Let me share another story, this time about a man from the USA named Michael Jordan. You might know him as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But what you might not know is that Michael Jordan was no stranger to fear. Early in his career, he was cut from his high school basketball team. Can you imagine that? The greatest player in history, told he wasn't good enough. Most people would have let that fear of failure stop them. Most people would have given up, but not Michael Jordan. He used that fear as fuel. He practiced harder, pushed himself further, and refused to let rejection define him. He crushed his fear, took control, and went on to 60 NBA championships, becoming a global icon. Why? Because he lived boldly. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a civil rights leader. I don't have that kind of courage. But you do. You have it in you to live boldly, just like Rosa Parks and Michael Jordan did. Maybe your battlefield isn't a bus in Montgomery or a basketball court in Chicago. Maybe your battlefield is your own mind, your own life, your own dreams. Maybe it's the fear of starting that business, the fear of leaving a toxic relationship, the fear of going back to school, the fear of speaking your truth. Whatever it is, I'm here to tell you, you can crush that fear. You can take control. You can live boldly. Here, quote, is how you do it. Step 1, name your fear. Call it out. Write it down. Say it out loud. Fear grows in the dark, but when you shine a light on it, it starts to shrink. Step 2, take action. Do one thing, just one thing that scares you. It doesn't have to be huge. If you're afraid of public speaking, start by speaking up in a meeting. If you're afraid of failure, start by trying something small. Action is the antidote to fear. Step 3, reframe your mindset. Instead of saying, what if I fail? Ask yourself, what if I succeed? Instead of saying, what will people think? Ask yourself, what do I think? When you shift your perspective, you shift your power. Let me tell you about a woman I met named Sarah, a single mom from Texas. Sarah had always dreamed of becoming a writer, but fear held her back for years. She was afraid of rejection, afraid of not being good enough, afraid of what her family would think. But one day she decided she was done letting fear control her. She named her fear. She wrote down every single doubt she had. Then she took action. She started writing just 15 minutes a day. And she reframed her mindset. She told herself, even if I fail, I'll have tried, and that's enough. A year later, Sarah self-published her first book. It wasn't a bestseller, but it was a victory. She crushed her fear. She took control. She lived boldly. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine a life where fear doesn't hold you back. Imagine waking up every day with a fire in your belly, ready to chase your dreams, ready to take risks, ready to live on your terms. Imagine the person you could become if you stopped letting fear call the shots. That person is not a fantasy. That person is you. All you have to do is crush fear and take control. So today I'm asking you to make a promise to yourself, to your dreams, to the life you want to live. Promise that you'll live boldly. Promise that you'll face your fears, not run from them. Promise that you'll take control, not let fear take the wheel. Because you were born for this. You were born to rise, to shine, to conquer. You were born to live boldly. The world is waiting for you. Your dreams are waiting for you. The bold, fearless, unstoppable version of you is waiting for you. So go out there, crush fear, take control, live boldly, and show the world what you're made of. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Success Mindset